Alright, so hello everybody and welcome to Zenge, which is a nice little puzzle game with some very interesting story elements. You see, every time you solve a puzzle, each puzzle is actually forms a picture, and this is a story told through these pictures without any text or any other explanation whatsoever. So it's a very abstract story, but it's a very charming one nonetheless. Alright, so let's start with the first simple levels here, which is essentially a tutorial. Just slide the piece, complete the puzzle. And this is Zenge and how it starts. Let's go to the next one. You can see it's a simple progression of puzzles here. At the start at least it's tutorial levels. You see something that looks like a little girl going through worlds. Actually, those symbols, I know what they represent. They are gameplay elements that are gonna be revealed later in the game, you'll see. But for the time being, we have a traveling girl here. She seems to be on some kind of journey. Very nice picture here with the moon in the background, or the sun. Probably the sun. And things start getting, well, not difficult, but increasingly difficult at least with every puzzle. Now you have to guess the correct order. For example, if I were to move this piece first, now I can't move this one because it blocks the way. It's pretty easy up to now, but you're gonna see how difficult it gets given time. So obviously the story takes place in space. We can see the girl being in one planet and two other planets, three even in the distance if you count that little blue one over there. Alright, so have to make way for the big puzzle piece here. That's the whole key. And we get another picture of the girl traveling now. It seems traveling very fast towards the sun. All the pieces join together and she's getting ever closer to the sun there. Now there is a case, this piece doesn't fit there and this one doesn't fit here, so we have to reverse their order, and to do that kind of have to make them go along these lines. And as the girl approaches the sun, it seems that it's not really a sun at all. There's a line there denoting there's something of a mechanical nature to this sun or whatever it is. So the trick I'm using, well, it's not a trick, it's a real simple strategy, is just looking what the farthest piece is in every puzzle. For example, this one was the farthest right now, and trying to solve that first. And this is the same picture as the previous one, just a little closer, and now we can see that line being clearly defined here. Alright, so those two pieces are done. Now let's get the innermost one, and finally this one. And interestingly, this sun seems to open and reveal what looks like another sun, maybe. Like a planet within a planet, sort of. Alright, now here comes the strategy I was telling you about. So what's the piece we want first? We want obviously this one on the upper right corner, which is where? Which is this one here in the middle. So let's make way for that piece first. Alright, and now let's get to these two pieces. This one is right here, so let's make some way for that. Now I'd better get the central piece though before moving any further. Alright, and now we can start assembling the rest of the pieces. It gets progressively more easy as you go, of course, as is the nature with most puzzle games. The first step is always the hardest. Once you figure that out, you're usually good to go. And we get closer to the sun, and it seems like there's something going on here. I don't know what. We'll find out probably in the next picture. I don't know how this game comes across to your screens, but for me it's quite the relaxing experience. That's why I like it so much. I have replayed this a couple times in, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I think. I don't remember when this came out, but this was a super relaxing experience for me, and I've played this a couple of times. So this time I wanted to capture it for you guys, share the experience with you. Oh, whoops, no, that's not the correct way to go. Oh. Or maybe it is. And there seems to be a door there on the planet, which has these three star symbols up top. Alright, I guess now we have to deconstruct something instead of constructing it. Seems to be easy. Yeah, that was quite an easy one. Alright, the door opens and it reveals something like, could that be a light or an energy source? I don't know, but it reveals something. This one seems easy, but it has a twist. You see the red line along these puzzle pieces here. That means that those pieces can be joined together. For example, if I were to place this here, now how would I get this piece in the position it needs to go? First we need to join them, like this, and then they can travel together. Alright, so through the door the girl goes, and it takes with it the light or the energy source, it holds it like a balloon, and she continues her journey with it. Alright, now it's the same concept as the previous puzzle. You have to join pieces together, and I think you have to do this one by one. So as I'm traveling downward with this piece here, I'm joining the other pieces with it. And finally everything falls into place. Now interestingly, there's a second girl following. I don't know why I'm calling them girls. I guess this looks like a skirt to me. And the second girl is a flaming one. We don't know what its intentions are yet. Just know it's following the first girl. I'm guessing. First of all, let's get this piece in place. Now let's join these three. As the girl reaches a tower. Alright, so let's move on to the next puzzle here. Alright, so here seems we just need to figure out the correct order. A few pieces join together, so we have to get them in place too. It's sort of a mirror logic here. And the little girl arrives at the entrance of the tower. Alright, now we probably have to join all the pieces together before we move them back. The inside of the tower holds a huge staircase. So let's move on to the next puzzle and see what's atop the tower. I like to cheat a bit when playing puzzle games, like I don't know the exact order, for example, that I have to move here, but I see those red lines here that denote these pieces must be joined, so I'm doing that first, and anything else we can do later, I guess. Alright, so she's atop the tower and she seems to have placed that energy source or that light in the center of it. So obviously in the next screen we're gonna get some sort of reaction to that. Let's join these two pieces together as well. And it's obvious they have to join together at this point here, before finally traveling down. So there's definitely some sort of reaction. I don't know if I'm seeing correctly, but maybe there's a bridge extending here and the little girl is walking on it. The screenshot is too far away to tell. I'm sure we'll find out in the next puzzle piece though. Once again, let's join the pieces in the correct order. And the funny thing is, and I remember this, you would think that these two pieces here, they can join together right away, but they can't. You cannot join them with a straight line. They have to be at loose ends like these two or these two, for example, in order to join. You cannot do this as easily as one would think. And indeed I was correct. There's a line, there's a bridge forming here, and what seems to be a wormhole or a portal to another world, probably. Alright, let's try and join the puzzle pieces together here. We have to get this piece down here though somehow. Probably means doing it like this, but before we do that, yeah, we should get this out of the way first. And as the little girl travels through the portal, the flaming girl follows suit, and it takes the energy source with it. Let's see what effect that is gonna have. Alright, so I'm thinking now we have to just pry pieces away from that central piece over here. So this isn't really a puzzle at all, it's just a fun time waster. Maybe it teaches us something. So I don't know where this transported the little girl. It seems like she's going down on some sort of stairs or whatever this is. And in the center of it, there's a symbol, which is a gameplay symbol. It's the symbol of a mirror. And I'm guessing that means that in the next puzzle, we're gonna be having a new element of gameplay. And indeed, you see here we have those mirrors in these two pieces, and what those do, as you would guess, is this. They just swing those pieces around, mirroring them from the anchor point on which they are displayed. So the flaming girl is about to go through the portal, which seems to lead to some sort of an icy world here. Also, there seems to be a boat down there. I'm guessing that's where the first girl is. Let's find out. So there you see why you need a mirror in a more complex, well, not too complex, but more complex puzzle. If I were to place this like here, it doesn't fit here or here either. So before I do that, I have to mirror it. And now it fits. And indeed, there is the icy world we saw earlier, and that seems to be the first girl traveling along another piece of ice on the river here. Let's see where she goes. Now we're starting to combine elements together. You can see we have the yellow outlines, which means pieces have to be joined together, and we also have the mirror here. So which piece fits there first? I think we have to take this piece over here and then join it like that. Now the next piece would be this one, but it can go through right now, so we first have to mirror it once again. And now we can join them. Once more back to join the last piece, and done. Now the plot thickens here. We seem to have a sort of an enemy here. It's a giant octopus, and you kinda know it's hostile by the red eyes. That's like the universal indicator in games that something is bad. Right, another mirror puzzle. Alright, so this cannot go there, it's blocked by... What is it blocked by though? Alright, they all join together. And I bet we just have to place these in the correct position and we'll be done. Alright, so now the little girl is traveling towards what seems to be a castle in the distance. Might just be mountains or something, but in any case, that's her final destination, it seems. Alright, so now let's see. Now the tricky part is to get this puzzle piece in place. So we'll go like that. As the girl inches ever nearest to this castle or whatever it is. It's weird, it's not a castle, but there's certainly some openings around here. You can see them, which make it appear like a castle. Alright, let's get closer. We have to join the pieces together first. First though, we have to take this piece with us. So I think we have to reverse this one more time. And now let's bring it into place. When the octopus seems to be in pursuit of the girl, following her even beneath the ice there. Let's try and join some pieces together here. Now, which piece though? This piece is an interesting one because I cannot really move it unless I mirror this. Alright, so now let's join the rest of the pieces together. Oh, these are two pieces. I didn't realize that. Now they're joined together. Maybe. Let's bring this here and then rotate this piece. Yes, it joins them together. Oh, and the giant octopus attacks in this particular picture, flinging the girl up in the air. I'm guessing the octopus wanted to catch the girl, but instead it propels the girl into this opening here. So she's gonna get inside that weird icy castle in the next frame probably. I think first we have to join these pieces together. And if I do it like this, then it forms the final piece to go in this position, so we're good with that. Let's fix the other pieces now. Now where does this go? Or this one? Interesting. So we cannot fit them together yet. Alright, let's try and work with the other pieces first then. How do we join the other ones? For example, this one has to go all the way over there. And that is not going to happen, at least not easily. Let's rotate this one more time, just so we can place it down here. Now I have to rotate this in order to fit. Let's do this one more time. Right now it can pass, but What good does that do to us? Now this fits there. What does it join to? It joins to this piece. All right, let's join those together. All right, so these go there. We know that. This piece is a mystery to me. Can these join together now? Yes, they can. All right. Oh, and that's how we do it. Now we can remove that piece and have safe passage for this one. Nice. So we did it. That was an interesting puzzle. And the girl is inside the icy castle now. She seems to be heading towards something in the distance, maybe an altar, or I don't know what this is. It's very bright, whatever it is though. Alright, this is another decomposition puzzle, it seems. Alright, let's try and see if we can assemble these pieces one by one. How do I get this piece over there? Alright, this piece needs to be flipped though. Like that. Finally, this piece needs to be flipped, I think, 2 ways. Nice, so we're done with the right side of the puzzle. Let's go to the left one now. I think the logic is going to be pretty much the same again. Interestingly enough, sometimes the puzzles seem to, well, be getting a bit easier compared to the last one. But maybe that's just the developers trying to pace the game correctly, which is always a welcome thing to do. I mean, yeah, sure, games should ramp up in difficulty, but they should give the player a break as well. Alright, so the girl reached the distance, the end of that corridor there, and there seems to be like a chest containing a new gameplay element. Right, so I'm guessing in the next puzzle we're going to be introduced in another new gameplay mechanism. Alright, so this is a simple tutorial level, and these things are teleporters. They can teleport any piece, no matter what the size or the shape. And they seem to also have teleported the girl in a whole different world here. I'm gonna call it a snowy world because there seems to be white atop of every square here. Alright, still kind of a tutorial level. Let's teleport the final piece in place. I'm guessing the girl is traveling once again. You can see those 2 gameplay symbols here appearing to move her in some way. Alright, so let's teleport all the pieces in the right place once again. Oh, first we have to move that piece into place though. You can already see the image forming. Seems to be like a desert world that leads into a sphere that has... I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say those are trees. It seems to be like a forest area here. Alright, teleporters galore here. So let's place everything into the correct position. Seems easy enough. And she seems to be traveling through a lot of portals in this story. Another portal now on this forest area. Let's see where that leads. Alright, so now we have to join pieces as well as teleport them on the correct spot. See, first I guess we have to join these two pieces with their corresponding ones up top somehow. Alright, so now we can teleport those pieces inside the larger ones. And obviously we also have to switch positions to these two smaller pieces here. So the girl is traveling in an elevator. That wasn't the portal after all that we saw in the previous picture. It was actually an elevator. So she is traveling downwards. Towards what? Let's find out. Alright, so now we get a lot of elements to combine. We have pieces that glue together, like these two. We have flippers, or mirrors, I'm going to call them, and teleporters as well. So, we have to join this piece with this piece. Have to remove those first. Alright, join them back together, and we're done with this puzzle as well. Now the girl has reached what seems to be like a pool. I'm guessing it's a special kind of pool, and we're gonna find out, I'm sure, in the next frame what kind of special we're talking about. So, let's see. When you tap on a piece, you can see where it goes. Like for I tap on this one and it shows me it goes there. So I want to see what piece joins with that. Because this is a bit complex right now. I don't know which piece goes where. I obviously have to join something, maybe like this. No, that doesn't join though. Alright, let's see what we can teleport in place. So this is the upper piece here. So let's try and flip that. Now this is in the correct position. We join it now. Yes, we can. Alright, so Let's see what the next move is gonna be. We probably have to teleport this piece into place, but we have to flip that as well. So let's get this out of the way. Flip this. And then teleport it into place. Oh. We maybe have to change the direction it's facing. Okay. Now, let's teleport this into place. First, let's wait. Yes, we have to change. We have to mirror it horizontally. So let's do that. And now we can teleport it into place. Alright, and the final piece. Oh, we can teleport it right away. We do not need to mirror it. Alright, so is this now facing the correct position? No, apparently not. Can't really make out how it's supposed to be facing. I think I have to flip it once. Alright, as the girl obviously dives in the pool and swims down towards another gameplay element, which is a rotator, you can tell by the symbol. And this is gonna be the next new gameplay element that is presented to the game. So you can see now we cannot place this right away in this position. We have to first rotate this twice, and then it goes into place. This is a little tutorial, and it also reveals the girl emerging atop what seems to be a desert planet that has water under its crust, though. Interesting. Whole lot of smoke going on here as well. Alright, so there's a lot of pieces to be rotated. First I want to place maybe this one. Yeah. Can't rotate it yet. First we have to move this. Leave this those pieces like this first. Alright, let's do this at the last second here. We don't need that yet. We need to place... Yeah, this is the difficult one, I think. Yeah, we have to rotate this once for this to pass through. Oops, that's the wrong way. And now the girl is entering a maze. I bet she'll find her way through, and we'll see in the next picture where she emerges. Right, so we have to join a few pieces together first. This piece with this piece. So how do we do that? I guess let's rotate this one first, and then we'll place this into it like this. Interestingly enough, the little girl seems to have ran into a dead end here. She entered this room. There's no exit. I wonder what that means. Is she lost? Is somebody gonna come and save her? Or we should just have to turn around and look for the exit. Let's find out. Alright, now let's try and join this piece with this piece. So how do we do that? Now I have to rotate this piece as well though. Like this. And now we can join them, I think. Nice. Alright, we still have to rotate this piece though. Alright, and I guess now we're good to go. Let's place those in their final place. Oh, no, that's not the correct one. Interesting. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, let's teleport this back here. And now we can place it. See, I had to go from this teleporter to this teleporter to move one spot and cover that little distance here that allowed me to place it in its final place. So the little girl is still facing that dead end. She hasn't gotten out yet. She can see the sun. Maybe that means that's where she wants to go, but there's obviously been an obstacle there for the past few screens. And so now let's look to place the most difficult pieces there first. This piece and this piece seem to be the first ones we should go for. So it's this one. I have to rotate it somehow though. How will we do that? We have to bring it up here. So let's get everything else out of the way somehow. Now let's rotate this in the correct position, which is this one. I'll just leave it there. I do not need to move it into its final place right away. I need to find this piece now, which is this one. It also needs to be rotated. Let's do that. Alright, so we covered those two pieces. Now we can focus on the rest of them. So the next piece should be this one, aka that. Oh, that's not the correct piece, sorry. That's the one I have to place in here. So now we have to do things the opposite way, I guess. Let's move everything out of the way. Now if I place it here though, I will not be able to move from it. It will block my path here, so I have to rotate it first. Oh, interesting. Let's move this. Wow, you can see how this gets complex. Let's rotate this a bit so we have some breathing room. Oh wow, what is that correct? No, not yet. Alright, now we can rotate it at least. So that's the correct position. Let's try and place it there right now. Alright, next one, let's move this out of the way, is this piece. Or no, actually this one. Like that. Now this piece. Nice. And the final two pieces. And let's find out what happened to that girl. Oh, so she is trapped, well, not trapped, but at a dead end. Another little girl made out of light has appeared in front of her. She seems to be sitting down, probably in despair because she cannot escape that maze she has found herself in. And that little girl has probably appeared to lend a helping hand, one can hope. Alright, now we have to find a way to connect the pieces. Alright, what piece goes here, for example? This one. Yeah. So we have to rotate it. Oh, not quite though. Let's mirror it. And rotate it again. Now that's the correct spot. Nice. Let's do the other pieces now. Now this thing goes there. And I think it's already in the correct position. Nice. The final two pieces. Now this one. Yeah, we have to mirror this. Nice. And finally, the last piece. Interesting. So this little girl here that has appeared to help the other one seems to sort of playing Moses here. She's parting the seas in a manner of speaking. She creates a passage in a straight line through the maze. So she essentially helps the girl out of her predicament here. Alright, teleporters and rotators. Let's see. We first have to join the little piece into this one. Now, we have to place this inside the bigger piece, and to do that, we have to rotate it twice. Finally, rotate in the correct position and teleport into place. Now, so the little girl has joined the other one in her journey. You can see the passage they cleared over here is still intact. So now they go on a journey together, it seems. How nice. The little girl has some company.